Hello, dear friends. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you are new here. My name is Paul. I am a personal chef and professional game master based out of Denver, Colorado. I put together a series of videos, developer diaries, for a tabletop role playing game world setting and source book that I have written and am putting together a Kickstarter campaign for. I also have a few other endeavors as well, which you can get glimpses of here on the channel. Uh, I am doing this video today because one of the things that I struggle with is self-promotion, which is kind of vital when you have a project that you have put together yourself. You need to learn how to self-promote and get better at that. So that is what this video is being made for. I am endeavoring to essentially talk about myself, which is really hard and makes me super uncomfortable. So thank you very much for joining me through all of this. I will try to make it as painless for both of us as I can. But I have a few websites pulled up that will give you an example or a few examples of what I do, who I am, some of my projects, and then I also have a stack of books here. This is weighing me down on my lap because I want to talk about every single one of these as well. So we're going to get to it. First of all, though, the Rended Wall. The Rended Wall is my big project. I am putting together a Kickstarter campaign for it. However, it is not ready yet, and I am struggling with getting just kind of more attention on the project. I don't want to put it out there with nothing but a Word document and a few maps. That's just a few tiny little things that do give people a example of what I have been working on, but I don't feel like it's enough visually. I don't feel like it's really enough for people to really be hooked in and caught on things. I look at a lot of other Kickstarter campaigns and I see people have actual pictures of books and things like that. And so I feel like I need to polish it and put it together in a way that will capture people's attention and will draw them in a little bit more. Some of that is going to be this video series, like talking about this world and talking about what I'm doing. That's hopefully here to get some people's attention, right? So I have the map of my world pulled up. This is a world I've been working on since I was a teenager. So at least 30 plus years, probably closer to 35 years at this point, that this world has been in my head and been slowly evolving and developing. I had originally written out a whole bunch of chapters and full outlines for up to, I think, 7 books is what I had it as for novels. However, I didn't want to just tell one single story because it is a whole world. And so I thought, what better way to shine a light on a whole world than to just open it up and let people explore it on their own, let people find every corner of it that they want to find, and not limit the stories that can be told, because there, I feel like, are an infinite number of stories that can be told in this world. So it makes it ideal for a TTRPG world setting. So that's what I'm developing. That's what I'm working on. I am constantly making new maps and developing things. So there's always things being added to it. There's always things being worked on. I have somebody that's helping me edit. I have somebody that's giving me advice on social media things. So it's in progress. It is. It's just like every day I kind of chip away at it, right? It's a project that is kind of what I look at as my legacy, as my kind of life's work, right? So I am trying to get this out into the world in every way that I possibly can. So if you are interested in playing in this world, it is ready to be play tested. I will happily lead you through in a game group using either the D&D rule set or any other what they call OGL, which I believe stands for Original Game License, that kind of is all about the D20 system and stuff like that. So the rules for the game are mostly flexible. It works in the D20 system, and then there are a few added mechanics as well that will highlight the player's kind of inner life and inner monologue, kind of the things that they are dealing with as characters, to really highlight and bring out the role-playing aspect of the world. I really want people to embody the characters that they've built for themselves, and then some of those new mechanics will really help with that. So If you are interested, please let me know. I will be putting links for all of these things, all of my projects that are available anyway down below. Like I said, the Kickstarter campaign is not active yet. I will be including that in every video going forward as soon as it is active. I will be letting people know definitely, but at this point it is unfortunately not ready. So it is, however, ready to be play tested. That's kind of where I am at. I want people to come in. I want people to play in this world. I think it is really well developed. I simply don't have artwork, and I don't have it formatted in a fancy way. It is simply a massive Word document of tens of thousands of words, and with maps. Those are the visual things that I have are maps because those are the things that I am good at making. I am not, however, good at doing artwork or drawing. So that's where I would need help, crowdfunding and such to help me hire artists to come in. So I feel like I'm kind of struggling at this point where it's like I want things that are more visually appealing, but I can't afford to hire anyone to help me make it more visually appealing. So it is a struggle. It absolutely is a struggle right now. So again, if anybody is interested in this world, I simply want to share it. I simply want people to come and play in this world. I think it's an awesome world. I really do. I have a lot of faith in this world setting. And if you want to come in and play a game, please let me know. I would love to run a game for you. So that is my big project right now. That's kind of the largest thing. As far though as current personal income goes, I have also started a business. I am in the Denver area. So, for anybody else that is in the Denver area, this is an option. If you are watching this and you are in the Denver area, please contact me because this is something that I am happy to do for anyone that signs up. The project is, or the business is called Dinners and Dragons. It is a registered business in Colorado. What I do is, as a personal chef, I am professionally trained. I've been a chef for a number of years. So I know my way around a kitchen really, really well. I am a gifted chef. I think I am very creative, and I think I make my food with love. And I think that people can taste that when they taste my food. I think they can tell that I care about it, and I want people to enjoy it. As much as I enjoy making it, because I do think it is an art form, and so any pictures that you see on this website here, that is food that I have made and I took a picture of. So if you go to dinnersanddragons.co, co, not com, not .com, .co, dinnersanddragons.co, you can look at all of this. You can look at the menu that I have of different dishes that I will create for you in your home. And then there is also, if you look up at the top here, there's also an adventure menu. So not only do I have a dinner menu, but I have an adventure menu. So what I do is I come to your home with fresh ingredients bought that day. I will prepare a medieval or fantasy style meal, served kind of family style, middle of the table. Everybody can kind of, serve themselves from these big, beautifully displayed platters of food. I want people to feel like they're at a inn or a roadside tavern or something like that, right? So I create my food with that in mind because I think it will help people really immerse themselves into the later part of the evening, which is after dinner. I clean up. Everybody has a little while to kind of socialize beforehand. And then once I'm finished cleaning up and everybody is ready, we sit down right there in your home and I will host a one-shot tabletop adventure for you. As you can see, I have displayed here a few of my miniatures. I have a vast collection of these little miniatures, so I will bring those along to represent either the creatures that you will be facing in battle, or the villains that you will have to defeat, or simply representing the characters themselves. If you are playing as a gigantic hammer wielding barbarian, hey, guess what? I have a figurine for you to exactly represent that character. So I have a bunch of those that I will bring. I also made a big stack of big 24 by 36-inch like table-sized maps, so that when you have your figurines and you're rolling your dice, you can do it right there on the map, and you can move your figurine to wherever they are positioned, either on the battlefield or inside the dungeon or whatever else. It's meant to be very immersive. And every client I've had has absolutely loved it. They have said that they've had a wonderful, wonderful time. So please, again, if you are in Denver, sign up. I offer a really wonderful experience. If you're looking for kind of a smaller dinner party kind of thing with just a few friends, I can do it for up to 8 people. After that, it gets really difficult to run a game. I can cook for more people, but I try to limit it to 8 because that's about the max that you would want for a effective and fun for everyone kind of tabletop gaming experience. So that's kind of the limit. I don't do big, huge parties. It's right about 8 people max. Excuse me, had a little bit of cough. So that is my personal business that I have started here in the Denver area. If this is something you are interested in, you want a small dinner party, if you're having even kind of like a low key bachelorette party with just a few people, hey, I'll come play D&D with you. Like, this is a wonderful time for everybody involved. Everybody always has a blast. So just think about it. If you would like to sign up, go to dinneranddragons.co and the links are all there. So I will again put links for all of that down below in the description of the video. Um, Finally, my last thing is as a online professional game master. So I will run online games for you. And again, I have a lot of games listed on my profile here. I just wanted to show you kind of a few of them that I have listed to kind of add as teasers. So that, and then we'll kind of include some of these books in here as well. So I'm going to be working my way kind of through the stack and through the things you see on the screen here, kind of simultaneously, right? So D&D. If you want to play D&D, D&D is huge right now. It's really, really big. I do not have any official D&D 5e games set. However, what I do have is the world setting playtests. So if you want to play D&D, the world setting playtest is a wonderful way to do it. We can just use the D&D rule set. We've already got a world set up for you, and boom, we're ready to go. So all of these that you see listed on the screen here, I only need 3 players. That's the minimum amount that I need to start a group. So all I need are 3 people. If you are watching this and you want to sign up, all I need are 3 people for each of these to sign up. The top one, that on the top left there, the Arcturus Relic Hunter Society, I only need one more person to sign up for that, and we can play. I have them at a few different slots, like time slots throughout the week. So if you find one that fits your schedule, most of my things are priced between 18 and all of my slots here are priced between 18 and $25, which is about the same as going to a movie or buying a few coffees throughout the week. So it is a full 4 hours of wonderful entertainment. It helps you meet new friends. It uses your imagination, your problem solving, your teamwork skills, all of those things. Really, really wonderful benefits of playing tabletop role playing games. And you just sign up. Just sign up. It's super, super easy. And I promise I am a wonderful GM. Again, I'm not great at self promotion, but this is one of those things that I am confident in saying. I put a lot of effort and love into these stories, into the setting, into making sure that my players have a good time at the table. I want players to have a good time, have fun, feel comfortable, feel safe. If you are looking for an open and accepting table, I will take you. If you are not familiar with tabletop role playing games, I am a good teacher too. So I will guide you through the process of learning how to play, and after a couple of sessions, you're gonna feel like a natural. I promise. So just yeah, sign up if you want to have a great time. Again, coming up to the top of that, I have the Arcturus Relic Hunter Society. That is set in the Call of Cthulhu setting. That is in the 1920s. I have mine set specifically in 1926. That's kind of the historical period that I have set these adventures in. They are a bit of a episodic adventures. They are based on quote unquote assignments that you get from this relic hunter society, and they send you off around the world on these globe-trotting adventures to find magical artifacts or relics. And it's kind of a bit of an Indiana Jones or Tomb Raider feel, but again, set in the 1920s. It's historical. I have done a lot of research for these. I've gone through and I've found all kinds of really awesome old black and white photos of actual places, of actual historical figures and people that will figure into the stories and be NPCs. I had one of my players recently met Agatha Christie, another previous adventure. They ended up running into Ernest Hemingway in Cuba. So it's like you never really know, depending on where you're at, who you might run into. So keep your eyes open, talk to people, and there are surprises around every corner. And it is a Call of Cthulhu, or specifically Pulp Cthulhu, so it's meant to be kind of adventure, swashbuckling kind of feel, but it also has a horror vibe to it as well. So you would be meeting, cults and evil people that are trying to bring elder gods back to life, kind of thing. And it is your aim to not only hunt down these relics, but to stop the bad guys as well. So really, really fun, fast-paced adventures there. I do run. You won't actually see this one here, but I do run a Vampire the Masquerade game as well on Start Playing. It is called Denver by Night. If you are familiar with Vampire the Masquerade, most of their adventures are referred to like a city by night, so it's LA by night figures in all the vampire world in Los Angeles. And then there is no official setting for Denver, but since I live here and I know the city really well, I set my adventure in Denver. So we have Denver by Night. So players play as vampires dealing with all sorts of supernatural things, kind of interior politics between the vampire clans, things like that, solving mysteries. So, really, really good time there. It's a small group. I've only got 3 people, but if people are interested, if you're watching this and you're interested in playing a Vampire the Masquerade game, I can do that for you, and I would love to. So, you let me know, and I can always open up another slot and play some more vampire games. That would be wonderful. If we scroll down here to a game called The Last Wish of the Lantern King, that is Pathfinder. So Pathfinder, right here, is a much more rules-centric system than Dungeons and Dragons. The basic core rulebook here is in the soft cover is over 680 pages. It's big. There's a lot of things here. I tend to not be really strict on rules. I do think that Pathfinder has a lot of wonderful things in its rule system, so we will still be playing in that rule system, but I'm not going to be super crunchy, as they say, on a lot of the rules in the game. So yeah, if you are interested in trying out Pathfinder, come and do that. The Last Wish of the Lantern King specifically centers on a pact made between a ancient genie and the trickster god of the Pathfinder universe. A lot of Pathfinder stories are set in the world of Galarion, and the Lantern King is their trickster god. And so the trickster god and an old, very powerful genie have made a pact between one another, and our party of adventurers would get swept up into the events between the two. So I don't want to give away any further spoilers, but The Last Wish of the Lantern King is a very epic storyline, involves, these pacts between elder gods and powerful magical beings, but it also involves, a conflict between a couple of warring nations and a long, long quest to deliver something very important to somewhere very important. So again, not going to give away any more details than that. You would find all of this information in the description of the adventure, where you to go to my site and click on it. So you can check that out. 3 people. That's all I need to start, and you can go on a super great, amazing, epic adventure. So yeah, please do come and sign up. The Lord of the Rings. Who doesn't love the Lord of the Rings, right? I have a adventure here called "There Lies His Crown in Waterdeep," which is a line from a poem that Tolkien wrote, referring to Durin the Deathless, who was a dwarven king and that is kind of the character and the events that the campaign would revolve around. So essentially, the story involves the last descendant of this dwarven king wanting to retake the mines of Moria, where in the movies Gandalf fell to the Balrog, and the party barely escaped. Uh, the dwarves, long after the events of the Lord of the Rings, well, not long after, but a couple of generations after the Lord of the Rings, this descendant gathers armies and allies to his side to retake the mines of Moria, which are his family's ancient homeland. So it is his birthright to do so. And so there's a lot driving this. There's a lot in this story. There's a lot of adventure in Middle Earth, in the Lord of the Rings kind of setting. This uses the Dungeons and Dragons rule set as well, as you can see right up here where it says 5e. That means it is compatible with Dungeons and Dragons. So there are some limitations because there are, for instance, no tieflings or things like that in Lord of the Rings, but you would find them in Dungeons and Dragons. So there are limitations, but again, if you are into Lord of the Rings, I've got an adventure for you. I think it's a really cool story again about like kind of retaking your birthright and your homeland. So Fallout. Everyone seemed to really enjoy the Fallout TV show, which is on Amazon Prime last year. Season 2 is coming out in December. So if you are getting hyped for season 2 of the Fallout show, if you are simply a Fallout fan, I am running a Fallout Colorado setting. So again, Colorado is a setting in the Fallout universe that has been mentioned a few times. They were developing a video game called Fallout Van Buren that was going to be set around Colorado Springs and Denver. So I took a lot of those that kind of those little nuggets of story lore that is official to as canon to the Fallout universe, and I developed a whole story around it. So I have actually created a massive map of the entire state of Colorado in a post-apocalyptic environment. If you watch some of my earlier videos, you might have seen some of that. But again, if you are into Fallout, if you are a Fallout fan, come and play Fallout TTRPG with some friends. Join up. Don't be a lone wanderer. Get some companions and wander the wasteland with a group of friends. And the Fallout game is really fun. Has a lot of really kind of dark humor, but also it's a really great post-apocalyptic environment to explore. So I'm going to finish up here with a couple of things that I either don't have listed or I don't have books for. So we'll start off with what I don't have a book for. I don't have a physical book for. I have a digital copy of it. So Hollow Knight. If anyone has been playing Hollow Knight Silk Song, which just came out a few weeks ago, it is an amazing game. So fun. Hollow Knight, the original Hollow Knight came out about 7 years ago, I think, and it also is an amazing world. It's a two-dimensional world set in a world of sentient insects. So everything revolves around insects, bees, even some arachnids like spiders get involved. And it is a very, actually, surprisingly deep and complex world and setting and lore. So again, I took some of that. I created my own setting. So the blasted sands are not an environment that you would see in the game, but I've modeled everything after what you do see in the game. So again, instead of the earlier, like the top-down maps that you see here that I would typically use for a tabletop RPG, I have instead developed a more, and I unfortunately don't have it pulled up, I'm sorry, but I have developed a two-dimensional map of the Hollow Knight world so that when players are playing through the world, they can kind of see where they're at, and they can say, oh, we need to actually go up into this chamber above us, and then they can find their way through the tunnels and caverns of the blasted sands. And they can, they can find all sorts of wonderful mystical NPCs or events or items as they explore the world. So again, if you are a fan of Hollow Knight, I only need 3 people to get this thing started. So sign up. $25 a session is cheap, is just as expensive as a movie or a meal out. So just sign up, have some fun, make some connections, right? Now I'm going to go for ones that I have books for, but I don't have anything slotted in. So if these catch your interest, let me know, and I will put a slot in just for you. because I'm just that nice of a guy, right? No, genuinely, I just want to make connections with people and play games because I think it's a very powerful tool for bringing people together and letting people know that the world isn't so awful. You know, that people can come together and have a good time, bond with one another, and defeat the big bad evil guy with their swords and their magic spells. So Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk is a very popular video game, as well as a animated series. They made a short animated series called Edge Runners, and Cyberpunk Red is the tabletop version of this world. It is mostly set in the world of Night City, which is a massive city on the west coast of the new United States. So it is kind of set in the near future, but everything is cyberpunk. Obviously, everybody has these cybernetic implants, and it's all corporate espionage and street gangs and solving crimes and going on heists and adventures and things like that. If you are interested in that, let me know. Let's play some cyberpunk because it is a really, really fascinating and awesome world to play in. Now, finally, who doesn't love Star Wars, right? Who does not love Star Wars? I have both the Force and Destiny and the Edge of Empire books, and that is a full system for the Star Wars universe. It is a really fun system. It is a little bit complex with like kind of the way it uses its dice and things like that. But again, I'm really good at teaching people that are new to a system how to play it and how to enjoy it. So if you would like to play a Star Wars adventure, comment down below because I would be happy to. I have a few ideas. I'd be happy to write it up into a full adventure campaign outline and really get something going in the Star Wars universe because it is a lot of fun. Droids, starships, lightsabers, all that stuff. Let's play some Star Wars if you want to. So that's really it. I have tried to highlight kind of myself, who I am, what I'm passionate about. I think you could probably tell from the way I have done my video. I get really excited about tabletop games. I think it is a great way, as I've said before, to bring people together, to kind of create these communities of people and draw people together into little tight groups. I know scheduling can be hard. I understand that. I also understand that not everybody can pay $25 every other week for a session like that. I understand. I get it. So if you are interested, if this is something that does fit in, if this is something that you are interested in, please let me know because I that's what I'm here for. I want to play games with people. I want to bring people together in little communities. I want to feed them tasty food if they are close enough for me to do so. And I want to just have some fun. I want to go on adventures and tell stories together. These aren't just my stories. They're everybody's stories. I provide the setting, I provide the outline, and then you decide what you want to have happen. You know, it's a choose your own adventure, but with a fun host who does wacky voices and brings maps and little figures to the game. So I promise you will have a good time with me as your game master, whether it's in person or online or any of that. I promise you will enjoy yourself. Also, you will enjoy yourself in the world of the Rended Wall, my big project. Again, if you want to playtest that, comment down below or sign up for one of these playtest sessions. We'll make it a great time. I promise. So thank you for watching me do this really awkward and probably cringe-worthy attempt at self-promotion. Self-promotion is really hard. It is, and it is not something that comes really naturally to me. So thank you for bearing with me as I do this. And if any of this has caught your interest, the best way you can help me is to sign up. So that's really the best thing you can do for me is to go to one of the links that will be in the description down below and sign up. That's the best possible way for you to support me. So if you are able to do that, thank you so much. If all you are able to do is just watch this video, still thank you so much. Literally, like any attention, any help, any support that I can get for my projects is so appreciated. I am so grateful for anyone that helps me that supports me and that kind of recognizes that this is a big, big dream of mine. So thank you for being here. I love you all a lot. Thank you for watching my video, and we'll see you again next time. All right, y'all take care.